righty. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to this episode of the Spin Zone. It's actually episode number 15, and it is episode 67 for the year. And once again, after being on vacation for over a month, and he's allowed to take vacation, I'm not a bad boss. Steve is back. Steve, welcome back. You look well
Benson,
and rested.
thank you very much for having me on the show. I decided to take a leave of absence because I had some personal things I had to do, which was rest, and more rest. And guess what? I didn't rest. But
Well,
it's nice to be back.
you definitely look rested and you look 10 years younger. You must
Thank
have
you very
gotten a
much.
haircut.
Just one.
Okay,
So,
just one.
so what's on the agenda tonight, Dan?
Well, as you know, the Cowboys played the New York Jets over the weekend, and we're going to go over the highlights of the game and what's coming up shortly after that. So it's looking a little better for the Cowboys, and that's a good thing. So we're going to go ahead and flip over to the other screen, if I can find it. All right, and for those of you just joining us, we are broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Rumble, and the comment lines are open. So if you've got a comment or you've got something you want to say, the lines are open and we'll follow them. Steve, can you send a test message just to make sure it's working?
That's what I'm trying to do right now, and I don't see you online.
You
I don't
should.
see you on Facebook. I don't see you.
Should see me.
There we are. All right, I just saw you.
All right.
I don't see you. On Facebook, I don't see you. So maybe send the test to see if it works. Just sent.
All right. It's a little bit of a delay sometimes. There you are. You're there.
There you are. All right, good, it works.
All righty. So, as we mentioned, the Dallas Cowboys played the New York Jets. And I couldn't remember that the Jets actually had that color of uniform. I don't remember. Was it green?
I have no idea what it was, but
Maybe
it was
I'm
weird
getting.
because of the lighting.
Yeah. And of course, I'm getting old, so I can't tell my colors. I think I'm becoming colorblind.
Yeah, it's all
And of
good.
course, I never like when the Cowboys wear this uniform. I just
Right.
don't like it. It just kind of, I just
It
don't.
throws it off.
It throws it off. Well, with 4th and goal and 7:46 left in the first quarter, the Jets attempt a 26-yard field goal, and it's good. It gives them the opportunity to score first, right? It made them feel good. So that took the score 3 for New York, 0 for Dallas. Not anything for us to panic about after all. It's just the first quarter, right? So
Yeah.
we've seen this before. So,
Yeah,
but
this has
it's
played out way before.
way before. Sometimes not to our benefit. So they scored first, obviously, but it wasn't panic time. And of course, with 4th and 7 and 5 minutes still left in the first quarter, old reliable Brandon Aubrey attempts a 35-yard field goal, which is papitas for him, or it should
Right.
be. And that ties the score. Jets 3, Cowboys 3. So we're in pretty good shape. We're tied, right? No problem.
Nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about. And of course, with 1st and goal and less than 57 seconds left in the second quarter, the ball is handed to our running back, Javonte Williams, 33, and he rushes towards a touchdown, taking the score 17. Wait, is that right? No.
You
Should be
missed
10.
somewhere.
I missed somewhere. Should be 10, right?
Right.
What the heck is wrong with me? Anyway, it
It's all
was 10
good.
to 3. It was 10 to 3. Unless I deleted a slide. Could have been. There could be a missing slide.
It's all good.
Yeah, I got rid of a slide. Anyway, that was the second touchdown. Right? So that brought the score up. Let me go back. Or maybe I hit the button too quickly. Go back. Go back. No,
Nope.
I deleted the slide.
It's all good.
Can't get them all right, you know. So yeah, so this was the second touchdown they did. They had done a previous touchdown, and now this is the second touchdown they did. They handed the ball over to the running back, Javonte Williams, and he rushes towards a touchdown. So that takes the score from 10 to 17 after
Yes.
the extra point. So we were feeling pretty good at this point, I think, right? And of course, get too fast. With first and goal and 15 seconds left in the second quarter, a pass is thrown to the tight end, Jake Ferguson, for a touchdown, and that takes the score 23 for the Cowboys and 3 for the Jets.
Now, why is
So-
it 23?
Because I think, didn't Aubrey miss a field goal?
Yes.
And I was trying to,
Yeah,
As
that's
I
the
was-
point. That's the point.
the extra point, sorry. Yeah. So what it was, I was trying to find that clip. I could never find it. That's why I don't have it.
Mhm.
Kept on, you got to remember, I was on the road when the game was happening. So unlike previous games that I saw them and then I go back and watch the highlights, this one I was just watching the recorded highlights. And unfortunately, I could not find the clip. So, but yep. So
Yeah, he
old
missed it,
reliable, old reliable wasn't old reliable. And how far was that field goal?
It hit the post.
Ah, okay.
It hit the post and went the other way.
But it wasn't like a 60-yarder or anything like that.
No.
I kept on looking. I
It was
kept
an
on
extra
looking
point.
for that clip.
It was an extra
But-
point. It was all right. It wasn't anything else. It was an extra point that he missed, and it hit the up post.
See, sometimes I think that my recordings don't catch everything for some reason. You know, because I end up recording stuff with commercials.
Mhm.
So I don't know if I lose something along the way, you know. But I kept on
Possibility.
looking for that. Yeah. Because I kept on going back and forth, slowly moving the video bar, trying to pinpoint, and I just couldn't find it. But it happened.
Right.
Yeah. And the only reason I know that it happened is because I think they played a replay of the ball hitting the goalpost. And, you know, that was not good. But that's all right. He's allowed.
Oh yes.
Can't get him right all the time. He gets them a lot more right than wrong.
Oh yes.
So, with first and 10 and 4:33 left in the third quarter, a pass is thrown to George Pickens for a touchdown in the end zone. And that takes up the score. Cowboys 30 and the Jets 3 after the extra point. So George Pickens has done fairly well. He's earned his money over the last 2 games.
Well, CD Lamb is in there, so that's why
I know, right?
he had to step it up.
He had to step it up, you know, so. With less than a minute left in the third quarter. The Jets attempt a 48-yard field goal, and it is good. So that bumps their score up by 6, and Dallas still remains at 30. So they were kind of had a little bit of hope. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. And then with first and goal and 7:56 in the first quarter, Fields, their quarterback, throws a pass to number 7, Andrew Beck, and he scores a touchdown. So that takes the Jets 14 to Dallas 30 after the extra point.
Yes,
So they were
sir.
kind of looked like they were getting their mojo back, but it was going to be a quite a stretch to get to 30, right? So, but this sad part about the Jets, getting a little ahead of myself, but they officially are the first football team in the history of the NFL to be 0-5 up to this point.
They haven't won any?
Nope.
Serious.
Yep. That's what I read today. That they're the
I thought they
first
were.
team
Wow.
0-5. You may want to fact check me.
Right. I thought they were 1-4. You're right. 0-5. Yep.
0-5. 0-5.
And
of
next week
course,
they'll be 0-6.
I know. That's not good for them. And I think their coach has only been there for a year.
Well, they have a brand new coach.
Well, that's true. You know.
So
2nd and 4, with less than 4 minutes in the fourth quarter, Javonte Williams once again runs for a touchdown. That takes Dallas 37 and 14 for New York after the extra point. So Dallas increases their lead with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. There's no doubt that there's no recovery from New York at this point. And then this was an interesting, with a minute and 49 left in the fourth quarter. And I just kept on looking at this over and over again, and I said, that can't be considered a touchdown. But I guess it is. I would have never called it a touchdown.
they say the ball crossed the plane. So I'm like, all right, but you see his elbow is down. All right. But he reached over, so they gave it to him.
Yeah. So that increased the Jets' score 20 to the Dallas Cowboys 37. And of course, they did attempt a 2-point conversion, right? And they made it with a minute 42. 2-point conversion is attempted. And number 83, Josh Reynolds, makes it. So that takes the score to 22 for the Jets and 37 for the Cowboys. They still lose the game, obviously, with little time left. But at least they didn't lose, really bad. I mean, they didn't lose, right? 0, right? So that pretty much was it for them. And obviously, the Cowboys had a win, right? I'm not sure how they felt after last week's game, right? Where it was a tie.
Yeah, the tie.
That left plenty of arguments on both sides who actually really won the game, right? So, Yep. So basically,
Cowboys are 2-1-2, right?
I believe so. Yeah. So their next game is the 12th of October, and they are playing the Carolina Panthers. Can you check if that's an away game or is that a home game?
Check.
And check their standings also.
Panthers are 2-3.
2-3. No, but I'm talking the Cowboys confirmed their standing. And is that going to be an away game for the Cowboys? or are they coming to Texas Stadium?
How about our 2-2-1?
Texas Stadium, AT&T Stadium.
2-2-1.
Okay.
And
So
then we
is that
get
going to be an away game?
Let me check. They're at Carolina. That's
Oh,
away.
okay. Well, that's the next game. And then on October 19th, they're playing Washington. And then on the 28th, I know that our buddy Jaime, who's not on tonight,
I
is
know.
looking forward to that game. Denver Broncos at Mile High Stadium. I know that's an away game.
Well,
And then,
right
of
now
course,
we have Dallas scheduled to beat the Carolina Panthers. So we'll see.
what's their standing? The Panthers.
They're 2-3.
Okay. And then they meet up with the Cardinals, Arizona, on the 3rd. And then on the 17th, they meet up with the Las Vegas Raiders. And then on the 23rd, they play Philadelphia once again. Hopefully we'll get our revenge for the first game.
Did you hear they lost?
Did they?
Philadelphia lost.
Wow. All good things must come to an end.
Philadelphia lost. I'm like, wow.
And then, of course, they play Patrick Mahomes on the 23rd. On the 27th, which is Thanksgiving Day. And then Detroit on the 4th of December. Minnesota on the 14th of December. The 21st is Los Angeles Chargers. And then on Christmas Day, they play Washington once again. And on the 4th of January, believe it or not, we're almost there. The New York Giants. And that will be
Wow.
the end of the season at that point. So, yep, it was a pretty good game. I can't complain. No, I was happy.
Yes.
But hopefully the next game will be just as easy. And what's Washington's standing?
Let me check. Washington Commanders are 3-2.
Uh, yeah, we'll see. You know, what about Denver?
Denver, they're the ones that beat the Eagles.
Ah, what's theirs?
If Jaime was on right now,
Yeah, he'd be elated, jumping
three
up
and
for
two
joy.
also. 3-2.
Well, those may be tougher games compared to the Panthers. You know.
Yep.
And by the way, Miss Letty Abate, the winner of our jersey, the jersey is in.
Awesome.
So we've got hopefully her scheduled to hand the jersey this coming week. She's been out of town. But, yep, Miss Letty Abate, who won the jersey, will be receiving it. We will be recording that, by the way. So for those of you that had any doubts about somebody winning the jersey, you're going to get to see us hand off the jersey for the third year, in a row.
3rd year in a row. Awesome.
3rd year. Never fails. So, yep.
And never felt that I don't win it. Hey,
Huh?
I don't win it. I didn't win.
Well, neither did I. Right? So, But that's all right. I would rather have somebody else win it, especially a local person, right?
Yes.
So, but yep, so we'll be handing that jersey out fairly soon. So, but that's it, folks. That's it for tonight's episode. Uh, we'll be back this week. We're going to be covering the UT Longhorns and their loss and Arch Manning. Obviously, Arch Manning is not cutting the mustard, and they're even thinking of trading him elsewhere. There was a joke out on Facebook that they had offered him to UTRGV, and UTRGV declined. But obviously, he isn't living out to expectations. I personally think that he was overhyped by ESPN. That's
Maybe.
that's what it boiled down to. So we'll be looking at that, and we'll also be relaunching Doug's Dugout, the World Series playoffs edition. That's coming up
Who's in the
Wednesday or
World Series
Thursday.
now?
To be honest with you, Doug's got all the info. I have not kept up. So I know that the Astros are not in the
What?
running. No, they're out of it. And so is Doug's Cardinals. So once again, we'll be watching from the inside out other teams win the World Series. But I have not been following it religiously like he has. I've been between being injured, trying to recover from that, and then busy with some other stuff. It's getting harder and harder to keep up with all the shows, right?
Yeah,
Somebody's
I can
on.
imagine.
Who? Hyman. There he is.
He's
Finally. He's saying they beat the Super Bowl champs. He says, "How about them Broncos?"
Yes, they did. Yes, they did, Joe. Credit what credit is due. They did.
They did. And we're glad that they got beaten. We're glad that the Broncos beat the Philadelphia Eagles. It just helps butter us up for the time that we beat you guys. And then, of course, a few weeks after that, we'll be facing the Eagles once again.
Yes, sir.
So hopefully they'll lose a few more games so that by the time it gets over to November 23rd, they'll be so battled and bruised that, it'll be an easy win for us, right? But I definitely think you guys have a little bit of an advantage, when the Cowboys go up to play at Mile High Stadium, se les va a acabar el aire,
LOL.
Yeah. So, but it was a good game. It was a good game, and hopefully next week will be a better game.
Yes, sir.
So, alrighty, everyone. So tune into that. We've got the World Series edition coming up on Wednesday or Thursday. Haven't decided what day yet. It depends on when Doug gets done with all his research. And then this Monday, coming Monday, we're going to have Starship coverage. It'll be IFT 11. So that's going to happen on Monday at 5:30. So we'll be covering that live as well. So be sure to tune into that and tune into all the other shows. We'll probably have a tailgate party here over the weekend, but I'm going to have to clone myself pretty soon with all these shows.
Hey.
There's a lot of
Hyman
shows.
just put down on the Mile High was a big L as the gift to the Cowboys.
It's going to be a W, not a
Hey, we'll see what happens, Jaime.
W. Yeah. So, Jaime, do you want to predict the score?
That'd be a good one.
Let's see. We'll give it a couple of minutes. Let's see what he says.
Right.
Hi, man. What do you think the score's going to be?
You should bring him on then for that show.
We should. We should bring him on if he wants to come on. We can handle more than two people.
Yes, sir. They're liking and everything, but hey, no response.
Yeah. And of course, the other thing we've got coming up is our Black Friday specials. There he goes. Prediction: it's going to be a
Oh,
tough
wow.
game, 31-28. Okay, I can see that. 31 for Dallas and 28 for Denver. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
And we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll definitely see what happens, but it's getting exciting. And like I said, we're in October. We've got 3 more months for the year. So there's a lot of exciting things happening. Be sure to tune in. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes, sir.
So when you do that, you'll get notifications of this show and all the other shows that we do. And you can also follow us on Facebook on the Brownsville Tech Live page as well as the 956 page. So be sure to tune into that, but definitely Facebook. YouTube.
YouTube.
So, yeah, YouTube. So be sure to go out there.
YouTube.
Yep, become a subscriber. So, alrighty, everybody. Well, y'all have a great evening. Jaime, once again, thank you for joining us, and thank you for giving us your input as to the upcoming game. I know you're very excited about that game. So are we. We've got the oxygen canisters ready for the Cowboys. Because
And Jaime, if you want to come on board, just let us know.
yeah, if you want to come on, we'll be more than happy to add a third screen. So
Yep. So
alrighty, everybody.
very excited.
Yep, very excited. Yep, we all are.
Alrighty,
Alrighty, everybody.
Have a good night.
That's it. Have a good night, everybody. A second.
He's open to it, he says.
Oh, okay, good. Shut down Facebook.